No one, I mean no one, knew Angel Dust had a sibling. Not a soul. And in hell, where secrets are rare and privacy is even rarer. That was a damn miracle. But then again, Wyan had always been a miracle. They had always been the miracle child. Unlike Angel, whose life was powdered with addiction and fame and ruin, Wyan was the shining opposite. They didn't drink, they didn't smoke, they didn't touch a single vice that ruled the lives of most hellborn. An elite worker under Hell's strictest agency, uptight and driven, cold to most. They were a model citizen of the underworld, if such a thing existed. But even saints in hell had skeletons. Angel Dust had no idea they were coming. No one did. The day started like any other at the Hazbin Hotel. Alastor laughing loudly at his own jokes, Charlie scrambling to plan a new reform event, and Angel was lounging in the foyer, curled up in pink fluff and attitude. Then, the front door creaked open. Not slammed, not kicked, not blown off the hinges, just opened, calmly. A tall figure stood in the threshold. Wyan, dressed in a fine-fitted black blazer and slacks, spotless boots clicking softly against the marble floor. Their hair was combed to perfection, horns polished in their expression, a mask of tired disapproval. All the conversations in the hotel ceased. Angel sat up straighter, his grin faltering and his spider eyes narrowed. Nah. No. That ain't... Hello, Anthony, Wyan said coldly, hands folded behind their back. Everyone turned to Angel and he looked like he'd seen a ghost. Oh. No one calls me that, he muttered. You were always too soft to correct me, Wyan spoke. Silence stretched on. Huss then dropped his bottle with a clatter. You got family? Angel practically scrambled to his feet, eyes starting and heart pounding. What the hell are you doing here? I work 2 blocks away, Wyan replied evenly. And before you ask, no, this isn't a reunion. I have no interest in that, actually. I came to speak with Charlie. Charlie looked like a deer caught in headlights blinking rapidly. Me? Yes, Wyan said. Privately. Wait, Angel stammered, rushing forward. You can't just drop out of nowhere like a bad trip and act like I'm not here. Wyan turned to him with a dead stare. I've told you, Angel. I don't want to be an older sibling. To my older sibling. You understand? The room went cold. Baggy's jaw dropped. Angel laughed, loud and strained, and defensive. Yeah, that's cute, real cute. Like you never needed me. Like you weren't the baby, tailing me around until you OD'd on the kitchen floor, Wyan snapped. Yeah, I remember. Angel recoiled. Charlie stepped between them, hands up. Okay, this is clearly a family thing, and I don't think any of us should be... There's no family thing, Wyan stated, flatly. There hasn't been for decades. Alastor whistled, low and amused. Phew, this is better than radio, the staticky voice spoke. Angel snarled, shut up. The damage was done. The truth had dropped like a piano in a cartoon, and suddenly it was all heavy and impossible to ignore. Angel Dust, the flamboyant, flirtatious, over-the-top spider demon, had a sibling. And not just any sibling, but this cold, polished, corporate, the anti-angel. The hotel wasn't exactly sure what to do with this information. I apologize for barging in, Lion said, glancing around the frozen lobby. I didn't come to cause a scene. You always come to cause a scene, Angel muttered. Even the silence was loud. Ryan's lips twitched, slightly, maybe a ghost of a smile, maybe. Charlie cleared her throat. You can't see me, right? Yes, Ryan replied, brushing past Angel. I'll only need 5 minutes of your precious time. The door to Charlie's office was clicked shut behind them as they walked. Angel stood. He stood there for a moment, and then slowly sat back down, head in his hands, and the whole room watched. He began, then stopped. I didn't think they'd ever come here. Ever. Nifty asked if he was okay, tilting her head. No, Angel replied. Not even close. Inside Charlie's office, Ryan stood by the window, hands clasped. I apologize for my intrusion. I know you're busy. Charlie shook her head. Oh, no, it's fine. I didn't know Angel had a sibling. He never. I asked him not to tell anyone, Ryan said. It was mutual. Clean cuts are easier. Charlie sat down slowly. You still care about him? Ryan didn't reply at first, then. Caring and staying are not the same thing. But you came. Yeah, they admitted, quietly. I suppose I did. Charlie leaned forward. He's come a long way. He's trying, we all are. I know he can be a lot, but he was a good brother, Ryan interrupted. Before the overdosing and before Valentino, he was warm and loud and brave, and I loved that about him. Charlie blinked. Still do? She tried. Ryan exhaled sharply. That's why I stay away. The office was quiet again. When Ryan stepped back, I won't interfere with your work here. I trust your vision. Just look out for him if you can. Charlie nodded softly. Ryan turned to leave, but hesitated at the door. And tell him... Charlie waited. Tell him I still remember that song he used to sing when I was scared. Then they were gone before Charlie could respond. Back in the lobby, Andrew hadn't moved when Charlie returned. Everyone scattered, awkward and polite. She approached gently. They're gone, she stated awkwardly. Angel looked up, unsure of what emotion to pick up. Yeah, whatever. They wanted me to tell you something. Charlie chuckled awkwardly. Let me guess. Stay away or get sober or die trying. Something dramatic like that. Charlie smiled faintly. They remember that song you used to sing when they were scared? Angel froze, breath caught. Dumb lullaby, he muttered. Charlie didn't push. Angel rubbed his eyes. I always hated being alone, but they made it worse. Because being alone after knowing what kind of love feels like, that's the worst kind of lonely. Charlie sat up beside him. Then maybe don't give up on them yet. Angel looked at the front door again. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It had been 3 days since your visit. 3 days since Angel's carefully constructed world of glitter and sarcasm and selective amnesia cracked down. The middle like an eggshell. His baby sibling, the one that no one even knew existed, had walked right into his hotel, looked him dead in the eyes and reminded him that once upon a time, he wasn't actually alone. And he'd barely slept since. Not because he was upset. Okay, maybe he was just a little bit and maybe a little curious, but that's why on the rare day off, he sat on the hotel's rooftop, legs dangling from the edge, texting. Hey, you around? I just want to talk, nothing crazy. He stared at the screen with no response. Figures, he muttered, flopping back onto the roof tiles. Can't even get ghosted in peace. Suddenly his phone buzzed. Fine. 1 hour. Neutral ground, the message read. Angel grinned. Neutral ground turned out to be a cafe on the edge of Pentagram City. Sleek and modern and full of demons in suits, sipping overpriced blood mochas. Angel stuck out like a sore thumb there. Pink fluff, crop top eyes that screamed chaos. Wyan, in contrast, blended perfectly. Same tailored blazer, clean lines, and eyes sharp like locked doors. You look like you just crawled out of a disco-themed dumpster, Wyan said non-kindly as they sipped something dark and steaming. Angel dropped a chair across from them. I own that dumpster. Thank you. Wyan didn't smile, but their eyes flickered with something. They sat in silence for a moment. The city was buzzing around them. I wasn't sure you'd come, Angel said. Wyan looked at him. Neither was I, they replied. But I figured you'd just keep bothering me. Guilty, he shrugged. So, how's Hell's favorite model employee doing, eh? Busy. Still, working for Helsa? Still none of your business, Wyan replied. Andrew raised his hands in fake defensiveness. Okay, I'm just trying to, I don't know, talk, bond? Isn't that what siblings do? You'd know better than me, Wyan replied, and that stung more than he'd like to admit. He picked up his drink. I'm trying, okay? I know it's a shit, brother, and I messed up, and I am messed up, but I ain't trying to guilt you or nothing. Wyan looked up. I miss you, Angel said, quietly. That was the truth. No jokes, no filters, just raw and pure honesty. Wyan blinked, slowly letting the words settle. I didn't come to make you feel bad. I came because I wanted to see if there was anything left of your brother I used to know. Andrew's breath hitched. Is there? He asked. Wyan didn't answer immediately. Instead, they tilted their head. You dating anyone? Angel almost choked on his drink. Whoa, what? You always ask me personal questions. Fair's fair. Angel wiped his mouth. No, I mean, I flirt with everyone, but no, too much mess for that. Wyan raised an eyebrow. Shocking, they replied sarcastically. Okay, rude, Angel snorted. You? Wyan sipped their coffee. Wait, you are? Angel leaned in. Oh my Satan, who is it? They know you're secretly soft inside. Wyan rolled their eyes. They're good. They're grounded and honest, and they work with me. Angel smirked. But they scared you. They should be. He laughed, loud and genuine. Wyan almost looked amused. What's their name? He asked. Wyan paused. Ren. Angel leaned back. Ren, huh? I gotta meet this Ren. I gotta see if they're good enough for my baby Sib. I'm older than you. Only in moral compass, Angel shot back. So what's Ren doing, huh? They good for you? They good to you? They are, Wyan replied. They don't drink, they don't cheat, they let me sleep when I work too much, and they never ask me to be someone I'm not. Angel tilted his head. Damn, that's kind of perfect. Ryan didn't deny it. I'm happy for you, Angel said, and he meant it. Thank you, they replied, a bit softer this time. That means more to me than you think. Silence settled, but it was lighter now, less heavy with history. Angel tore her sugar packet between his fingers. You know, I always figured you hated me. I did, Ryan said, for a long time. Angel winced. But I never stopped loving you, they added. And that's the part that makes it harder. Angel looked down, his chest ached, with that weird, vulnerable way he hated. I'm clean now. I mean, mostly. It's a process. Every day is a process. I noticed, Ryan said. You look better. Not perfect, not even good, but better. Angel smiled at that. You know, you were always part of the smart one. I was just the pretty idiot with jokes. You still are. They both laughed, like really laughed. It felt good. Angel reached right across the table, hesitating only slightly before tapping their hand. Thanks for meeting me here. Really. Ryan looked at him for the first time in years, and their cold expression seemed to crack. I'm not ready for full forgiveness, they spoke, looking at him softly. Just not yet, but I'm willing to try. A little. Angel grinned. That's all I need. They stood together as the cafe crowded, and it buzzed on. The chaos of the city continued without pause, and in that tiny, shared little bubble, something had shifted. Ryan glanced sideways. By the way, if you ever make Ren uncomfortable, I'll die. Angel finished. Got it. No, Ryan stated, with a rare, sharp smile. You'll just wish you did. Angel laughed as they walked side by side back into the city. Not fixed, not perfect, not even a little bit, but maybe, just maybe, getting there. Together.